Calgary-West.
All right, thank you, Mr. Speaker. This government has provided so much conflicting information and lack of information about Serenity that it has lost all credibility. For instance, the Edmonton Journal reported on March 22nd that the RCMP investigation was concluded and the file was in the Alberta Crown Prosecutor's Office for review. But in the House last Thursday, the minister told us that she could not answer opposition questions because, quote, the investigation is ongoing, unquote. Minister, is the investigation finished or not? And do you even know what is happening here?
The Honourable Minister of Justice.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we were all deeply touched by this particular case. That's why the RCMP is being absolutely very careful to ensure that they do the best job they can. Mr. Speaker, as is very common in many complex cases, the file has been forwarded to the Crown and the investigation is still ongoing. Police and Crown often work closely together in this way to see what additional evidence may be necessary in advance of the laying of charges. Thank you.
First supplemental.
Last Thursday, the minister also said, and this is alarming, that she is unable to provide details about the ongoing criminal investigation because, quote, to do so would put young people involved at risk, unquote. And given that the minister and premier spent last week assuring Albertans that young people are not at risk, minister, if children are at risk, why are you not acting now to protect them?
The Honourable Minister of Children's Services.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, absolutely, without doubt, the commitment of myself and my department and this government is to protect the vulnerable children of this province. Mr. Speaker, if there was a child in this province who there was evidence of abuse for, absolutely they would be apprehended. Mr. Speaker, what I can say is that I will not disclose information in which the disclosure of information would put a child at risk, Mr. Speaker, and I would hope that the member would support me in ensuring and protecting the children of this province.
Second supplemental.
Given that the minister keeps saying the media is wrong, but she will not correct the information, and given that we have heard this before, in November, the then minister told the House that a reporter, quote, did not have all the facts, unquote. He was referring to the date that the RCMP finally received Serenity's case file, and it was the minister himself who reported the date wrong. And given that the government keeps changing its story and hiding behind privacy laws that they will not identify, Premier, there is only one way to get the facts here. Will you call a public inquiry now?
The Honourable Minister of Justice.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And of course, all members on all sides of this House and all Albertans take this case incredibly seriously, Mr. Speaker. The Crown and the RCMP have been working very diligently on this case to make sure that they explore every possible avenue, Mr. Speaker, because everybody wants to make sure that they get it right in this particular instance. Mr. Speaker, at this time, that investigation is still ongoing. It's not appropriate to comment on what other further steps will be, Mr. Speaker. But as the Minister of Children's Services has said many times, I think we really need to be focused on moving forward and making the system better for all.